Okay, in section 12.8, we're basically in most of the questions telling whether or not it's a good way to get a random sample. So in 1, 2, and 3, they say that you want to find how popular basketball is in your school or in any school. State whether the survey um, would be a good sample and explain why. Number 1, interview the 10 tallest students in the school. No, this would not be a good survey. Um, Realistically speaking, the tallest students in the school are going to be, or your basketball players are going to be the tallest students in your school. So you're going to have a higher percentage of students in the tall category that are basketball players. You're leaving out all us short folks. Um, and so it, the population or the group that you questioned is too limited. So I don't know how you want to word that, but you should have included people of different heights. Number 2, interview 20 students after picking their ID numbers at random. Yes, actually, that is a good way to do it. All the students in a large school are going to have ID cards, and if you pick the numbers at random, then you're going to get a random sample of the students. And then number 3, interview 30 students watching basketball games. No, if they are watching the basketball game, they are interested in basketball. And so you are only looking at the students who are interested in basketball. You're leaving out everybody else. Number 4 is actually a problem to work. It says a worker takes 100 eggs at random from a shipment of 120,000. The worker finds that 4 of the eggs were bad. So 4 out of the 100 were bad. How many out of the 120,000 are bad? So we're going to set up a proportion here. So we have 4 times 120,000 equals 100x. So this would be 480,000 equals 100x. Divide by 100. When you divide by 100, it simply drops 2 of the zeros. So our 480,000, which looks like that originally, we drop 2 of the zeros and we end up with 4,800. 6, 7, and 8 are sample questions. Again, is this a good way to get a random sample? You want to find a restaurant in your city that are the most popular. State whether each survey plan describes a good sample and explain. Number 6, choose people to interview at random from the city phone book. I would say no. It leaves out anybody who doesn't have a landline because cell phones do not show up in phone books. Number 7, interview the 5th person leaving a restaurant in a city. No, it's not a good sample. It only interviews people at a specific restaurant. So anybody not at that restaurant isn't going to get questioned. And then number 8, interview all the restaurant critics in the state. Um, I don't, I would say no for 2 reasons. It's state level and you're looking at city level. And the other is, I don't know that the critics are the best choice of which one is the most popular. They may be able to tell you which one has the best food, but it may not be the most popular. Popularity on a restaurant is related to its price as well. So how could you look at that and figure out which one is most popular? Well, ask the restaurants for their data. Ask them how many people have you served in the last 30 days and find that out. So that's how you could get that information.